All right, well, let's get down to brass tacks here. Why you're here? It's Matt Rempe. So let's break into this situation because he obviously stormed onto the stage in the NHL. He played what, 20 games, 30 games? Not a lot of ice time, not a lot of NHL experience, but he fought everybody. And they were very popular fights. And now all of a sudden he's putting out a training camp in Edmonton for fighting. I thought that was great. Then I saw you show up. And were you teaching the camp? How did that all come together?
Okay, so when I looked at him this year, I don't know if you remember when he started fighting guys, he fought Delorier, fought Olivier. Well, for a guy that was 6'8", he was gonna connect it. He was gonna hit way too much. So I started texting him, and then we started to each other about his technique to be more on the side, to use his reach. And I wrote so much stuff. We're going back and forth. And then the next two fights with Reeves and McDermott was way better. He was his grab, his reach on the side, but there's so much you could say to someone by like
Yeah.
this when you're talking to someone. So I said, if in the summer you ever want to give you some advice, we could go on the ice together. And he's like, oh, thank you very much. And, it went like this. So, and then this summer he texts me, he lives in Calgary. It's like, hey, Georgia, when you offered me to give me some advice, well, could we get together? And I said, where do you live in Calgary? I said, listen, I'm coming in Edmonton next week. If you want, book the ice and I'll be there. So we booked the ice for 3 days in a row, an hour and a half every day. And I was training him and Tyrell Bauer. And just so you know, the video that you guys saw, a 10-second video doing uppercut, we did like between 4 to 5 hour training. And when you train someone fighting, you actually have to fight them. So we fought. There's so many things we've done. Fighting is not doing uppercut. Uppercut is when a guy's up close. And how many really uppercut could you do with someone when you get into it? So you can summarize the fact that because we saw a video of uppercut, that's how he's going to fight. There's so many things I taught him. How to take a helmet off, how to get it inside. When you're in trouble, what you do, how you use your reach. So many things that you do. How you avoid someone to grab you. What do you do when somebody ties you down? The jersey grab. There's 5 hours of theory that we actually fought. We did so many things with him and Ty. And, I saw so many comments about it. Stupid. I do this for free. I don't ask for any money. It's a brotherhood thing. The players asked me for help. Jack I asked me for help, last year because in his first few fights, he wasn't using his reach the right way and stuff. I taught him for free. I taught Michael Pezzetta for free. All the guy that asked me, I don't do this to get money. I just try to help him. They asked me for help, and actually I fight with these guys. Actually, it's funny because the first day that I did that with him, I had to go to the physio because my back seized up. I couldn't move because I'm actually fighting them. It's hard and they're pretty strong. So my back was like, what are you doing? So naproxen and stuff like this to loosen up my back because my back was so tight. They were laughing because I'm old, but I'm still strong.
Yeah.
Because, you can't teach someone how to fight in a boxing gym with a back that is not moving.
Mm-hmm.
The guys on the ice fighting is actually moving. So you have to move. You have to wear the jersey. So the grab and all the stuff that you do. So we did lots of training and, and just so people know, we did this for 3 days, but you really think Rempe, that's all he did for his training? He works on his skating. He works on his game. He works on everything. And he spent 3 days to work on an aspect to make sure he doesn't get hit anymore. And so many people saw that negative. The kid is young, 22 years old. He wanted to learn. I gave him all my tricks. I taught him so many things. John, next year, wait till you see him. Wait till you see him and Ty Bauer next year. I have never thought someone as much as I have with him. It's a matter of time. The more time that I spend with someone training them, the better they will be. He's going to be, because the thing is, another thing, Rempe doesn't look for fight. Okay. Just so people understand that. Though he hits people have to go to him. Why did Ryan Reeves fought Rempe last year? Just so people understand. Rempe didn't go up to the game and say, I want to fight Ryan Reeves. He destroyed one of their D. He concussed them, legal check. They were playing with 5D, and he forced Reeves' hand to go ask him, to go ask the kid.
Yeah.
The way he plays, because if you say that he can't skate, that kid can skate. He's actually pretty fast. He's hitting guys. Yes, one time there was an elbow, a mistake. He has to watch it, but still, he's very physical, and he will force the hand of people to go see him. But you know what? People that will go see him this year, like you're fighting me in my prime. Because wait till you see him this year. Wait till you see Rempe this year, man.
No kidding. So you think, I'm just asking the question. You think 3 days will be enough for him? That'll be able to sink in all your teachings, all your advice. That'll be enough for him to take that and use it when he's dropping the gloves
Yes.
game one versus somebody. He'll be able to implement that. Okay.
Yes, I think so. We're staying in touch. I'm analyzing every one of his fights. We're staying in touch.
Yeah.
3 days, remember, the second day where we go on, just because hockey is a game of repetition, right?
Yes.
When you
100%.
muscle get used to do something, and when you train someone for 5 hours fighting, and there's things that became repetition, the third day we're doing it when we're fighting, he assimilated everything pretty fast because it's not really rocket science. And also, you remember that him and you have an advantage, the reach advantage, 6'8" reach advantage. When I teach a player that is 6 foot, it's not the same thing as when I teach someone that is 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
If I teach a smaller player to fight a guy like you, John, I teach him how to go in the inside because he cannot fight toe to toe. He can't use his reach with you. You're going to clobber him. So he has to go in the inside. And there's a way to go in the inside not to get hit. So it depends who I teach. But someone with that reach, just like you have, it's hard. Fighting a guy like you, John, it's not easy because you have the reach advantage. And if you just straighten the guy out with your reach, the guy doesn't come in the right way. You knock him out.
George, you were passionate earlier when we were talking about the people saying like, oh, they're upset. I honestly didn't read any of the comments or the responses to him fighting. I know fighting always is polarizing. People hate it or people love it. There's no kind of in between there. Why are you so upset by what people are they saying that he's paying you to come into Edmonton and train him? Or are they saying that he's focusing on fighting and he has to work on his other aspects of his game? And
I'll tell you what that is. A lot of people are upset because I was helping him because they thought I should be exclusive to the players from the Canadians.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, they're not paying me. Why would I be exclusive to them? I'm not their personal trainer.
Yeah.
They asked me for help. I'm helping them. And I explain to people, I do it for free.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're paying me and I owe them something. I've always done this for free. I've never asked anything in return, just so people know it's not a money thing. Someone that's asking for help. If somebody was to ask you for help, John, I'm sure you will help them too. And you could. You're qualified to help someone because you actually fought in the NHL.
Yeah.
So anyone that fought in the NHL that had success has some technique that you could teach someone. And in my over 200 fights that I had in the NHL, I never got knocked out. I never got a concussion. I had pretty good technique that I barely got hit. And it puts me in a category that I could give some advice to someone so they don't get hit. Because at the end of the day, a fight, just like in the old days, it's not grabbing someone by the jersey and go toe to toe and getting 20
Yeah, it's different now.
No.
Yeah.
The goal is not to get hit and to hit the other guy.
Yeah.
That's what a fight is. That's what you try to do because there's a life after hockey. If you get too many punches, as you know, there's no glove in hockey when you fight.
Mm-hmm.
You get too many punches in the head, when you retire, you might have some problems to deal with, right? So that's why to show someone to prevent not to get hit too much in the head, that's important.